What is up, everybody? Welcome back to GSA. We've got the 70-star league happening right now. JJ versus Protoman, Vision 2, and this will be pretty spicy. JJ, not only a Super Mario Sunshine legend, but also a Mario 64 legend, rocking, I believe, a 5005. Not even sure if it's on the leaderboard yet, but congratulations to him. And Protoman rocking a 5004. So about as close as you can get without actually tying. We'll be getting right into it. Pretty excited about this one. Always love to see my man Protoman5 making it happen, making the moves that we like to see here, folks. It's going to be spicy. It won't be like, actually, I'm not going to say it won't be like a blazing wing, because I don't really know yet. It might be like a blazing. We might just have to find out. I'd say the chances are pretty high statistically. Both these guys have been on their Mario grind, doing what they got to do. But JJ having to use the restroom quickly, not a bad idea. I would say that is a pretty wise move. There's nothing worse than speedrunning and having to use the bathroom. It's very rough. It's pretty crippling, honestly. I do remember a time when I was doing a 120-star run and I had to use the bathroom, and it was like one of the best pace runs I had at the time. And I was just like, I can't do it. I have to use the bathroom. So JJ making the smart move, and here we go. All of our bowels, our bladders are hopefully emptied out and ready to go. We've got the beautiful sink. Both players, of course, making the brilliant decision to be playing on the US version, saving a cheeky second or more. All these time-ins, they sort of shift around. Nobody really knows what's going on. Commentator saying that nobody really knows what's going on, but mostly the commentator doesn't really know what's going on. Most people probably do have a fair idea of what's going on. But all I know, ladies and gentlemen, is that we have got a race going on. Mario's popping out of that pipe, and I'm just ready to see some action. It's been a while, been away from the booth, but we're back and we're ready. And both players, of course, landing Lakitu skip. Ain't nothing but a chicken wang for these players. I do imagine we'll be seeing some clean bomb clips as well. It's pretty rare, honestly, that you see a player really mess up the beginning. Although there was recently an incident where somebody, I'm not going to name names, but we did see a death on bomb clip. It was a little bit spicy. He may have cracked his shell. The yolk may have spilled out, but nice clips. We are synced up, man, right now. Oh my goodness. This is looking like a pristine, not quite stainless steel, but marble. Did they make marble sinks? Oh no, never mind. Forget the sink. JJ has rolled into the wall. So we've got the routes splitting up here. JJ trying to save a hot second by going to slide first. It is, in theory, faster, but in practice, you might roll out into a wall and lose a little bit of speed. So, honestly, Protoman probably saving time with this route just because he didn't mess up the castle movement, but going for a texture setup. And it's all good in the hood. JJ doing the slide, looking good, making moves happen. No bumps in the road yet. JJ may have fallen asleep at the wheel, lost a couple of miles, but he's back. He's got his cruise control going. Now it is time for 100 from Protoman. Playing it a little bit safer, going for the fast cycle without the extra 5 coins at the beginning. It's a wise decision. I support it. A lot of people are doing it. Even Punke, one of the longest playing players that's still active today. Veteran is going for that strat with 100 because it's really about the consistency. And JJ as well getting a canvas. Now I do believe that wasn't a texture setup, so Protoman actually saving some time here over JJ, getting himself a cheeky little gap. And Protoman with a nice 100, a little dusty back there, but it's all good. Sweeped it up, got the duster out, as they say. Now JJ as well opting for this route that we saw from Protoman. People do opt for the fastest route, and it does save you a couple of seconds. And I don't know. I feel like you can have it down. It's definitely one of those strats you can have down, but the race is just a little different. When you're racing, there might be a little bit more nerves, just a little bit more pressure when you're doing it. It's sort of in the back of your head. You're like, I really can't miss this cycle. You don't want to lose the 10 seconds. But anywho, Protoman wildly going in the blue there. Amazing star grab. And JJ wrapping it up in the 100. Both players doing their thing here in Womp's Fortress. We've seen a fair share of, you know, tipping the saucepan over, sort of spilling all over, people slipping and sliding. But right now, it is a clean floor. Very clean. The tiles freshly wiped, bleached, and disinfected. And just sort of going to town. But not quite literally. We'll be going to town in a little bit. I feel like the only level in the game that really seems like a town is Wet Dry World. Everything else is just like land, you know. But I digress. Commentator sort of losing his mind out here. Only 5 minutes in already. Needs to come back from space. Take off my helmet. Get some oxygen. Could be running low on supply. But here we are, the top of the fortress for Protoman. Very nice, making it right up there, no problems. And that is good stuff. Now Protoman, despite having a 50-04, is not a fan of Owless. And I don't know if I've seen any other players do it, but he uses the owl. And you gotta respect it. The owl is consistent. 100. I would argue that you could be 100% consistent with the owl, whereas Owless, I don't know if anybody's 100% consistent. Maybe the stats are there to back it up. I'm not sure if we're tracking that, but a nice clean owl full from Protoman. You don't see that every day, and it honestly doesn't lose that much time. I want to say it's like 3 seconds. Again, commentator just guessing times. Doesn't really actually know anything about the game, but it's all good. JJ getting his top of the tower out of the way. Protoman going to do some sliding around. Now JJ, is JJ also doing owl? Hold on. What? I didn't know JJ did owlful. Okay. So both players having some fun with the owl. Doesn't really make sense, you know, presumably Mario is quite heavy and owls are not, so not exactly sure how that works, but it does indeed work, and Protoman landing himself a 12.8. JJ getting in that cage, getting that star. It is looking good for both these players. I mean, both of them now at 9 stars, and clearly we can see Protoman has just... Actually, hold on. We are pretty much tied. Wow. That's crazy. Well, there we have it. Protoman with a very slight lead over JJ here. We're doing the slide. What are the slide time? What are people thinking? I'm feeling 12.7s. Oh, okay. 12.7 from JJ, catching up to Protoman's 12.9. That's going to be a couple of milliseconds in his back pocket. And now it's time to do some wing cap action. Got to do a little flying around, get some red coins and such. I'm actually interested to see who's got the hotter wing cap. Can they both get these first two? Yes, they can. But it's really about these next couple sets and how you maneuver. And Protoman seems to be a little bit more comfortable, but going quite JJ going a little bit lower. And it looks like Protoman went a little wide, I think. JJ might actually... Okay. Oh, Protoman missing the tech skip. And now JJ has acquired the lead, albeit a couple of seconds. But a lead is a lead as we make our way over to Dark World. Okay, Protoman with the parkour. Oh, I thought he was going to open the door there. That would have been a little bit nutty. That would have been like the biggest flop of castle movement in the world, as if it wasn't already. Somehow grinding on the rails, doing some jump diving. Protoman trying to show off, show us some moves, but in the end, just wrecking himself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. They don't say it for nothing. JJ definitely checking himself, but Protoman, as we saw, wrecking himself. JJ, slight hiccup on the elevators, but JJsrl is in sight. Protoman also looking like he'll be able to nab himself a nice shig. Very, very common. Everybody getting it down. JJ going for the poverty shig, popularized by Paracoustia. Big advocate for poverty JJsrl. And basically, if you aren't aware what that is, as we saw from Protoman, he went for the dive roll out on the elevator, but JJ long jumped from where the red coin is on that Lona Island with the shocker ball. And in theory, it is faster to go that way. They call it poverty because typically you do that same movement for when you're trying to make normal cycle. But it can be good for shig as well. And here we are throwing Bowser around. JJ making up some great time, getting his lead in order. But this is just the lobby. You know how it goes. We're just in the beginning. It's like the beginning of the movie. You're just getting to know the characters. You know, you're learning about Protoman and his love for the owl. And JJ also loves the owl, but you also are finding out that Protoman might not be a big fan of getting text cap skips. But the rest of the story, there is no text, no more caps to be getting. So it's hard to say what these characters will do. The plot, you know, as it does get thick. And both of these players, quite thick, if you've not seen them. Mostly in their gameplay, it's pretty good stuff. But now it's time to go and do a sky jump. JJ having some trouble with the box, bonking his nose on the box. That is a bit of a problem, bit of an issue. It's all good though. Protoman, pretty good grab. Actually picking up some time over JJ, I might say. But JJ rocking himself a pretty nice, I don't know, about 10-second lead, it appears. So definitely going places. We've got Cool Mountain coming up next, and I mean, they call it Cool Mountain for a reason. It's very chill, very relaxing stage. Wall kicks will work, probably the standout star, and even that's not too shabby, but we'll see if these players can keep it in their pants as we go for some action. Be interesting to see what they've got. But JJ doesn't want to bother with it quite yet, and neither does Protoman. So JJ coming out the gates, letting us know that he is in fact going for Cool Mountain 18, and as opposed to leaving Cool Mountain with 17 stars. And you know, most players do go for Cool Mountain 17. I would argue that it's a safer route, especially the one that we'll see. Actually, Punk's leveled up, but for the longest time, Punk was doing Cool Mountain 17 stars and then get an extra star from Toxic Maze. But typically, you'll see players do 2 pillarlesses. Okay, JJ going low, not holding A. And wow, Protoman picking up some time. We've got 70 bits coming in from Robbie Rat Poison. Thank you very much, Robbie. Greatly appreciated. I would have chat open right now. I'd like to see what's going on, but I have one screen and I want to get all the action. So I hope everybody out there is having a wonderful. Man, I gotta get ready. For me, it's Tuesday, but I'm pretty sure it's Monday for most of you. So I hope everybody's having a good Monday, and everything's all lovely. And there's flowers, and there's birds singing, and Protoman as well. Going for Cool Mountain 18. Now, the reason that I say that Cool Mountain 17 is a little bit safer, and you know, a main argument point is that Cool Mountain Instead of doing the 100 plus reds, or sorry, my bad. Instead of doing the 100 coin star plus the slide star, you actually opt for 100 coins plus penguin, as you would see in 120 star. And for the most part, it's not a big deal. It's really, I mean, if you are awake and you're focused, you're good. But even when you're awake and focused, sometimes, you know, you fall asleep, accidentally pop a Zan, whatever it might be, and you pass out. And all it takes is a couple of missed coins. Both of these players playing it very safe, having picked up that extra safety red right next to the teleport. So they don't need to worry too much about it. Actually, I would argue when you get that safety red, you got to worry a little bit more about missing the right amount of coins, because you have so many extra that it could actually cause you a time loss at the end. Wow, the penguin getting really into JJ, trying to take a sniff with its beak in those sweet cheeks. Protoman as well. Penguin gaining, man. You usually don't see that. The penguin will usually hang back. JJ eating a boatload of lag. Like, he's got lag, and then sprinkled on top of it is some frame rate issues and a little salt, a little pepper, some ketchup, a little bit of pizzazz, and you got yourself a tasty meal full of lag. And we can see how that's doing for JJ. Protoman actually catching up a fair amount here in Cool Mount. Only about four seconds, maybe 5 away. Really cutting it down. And it's time to get serious now, ladies and gentlemen. This is like that was like the prologue, right? You know, the introduction. You get to meet the friendly faces of the lobby. Get to learn a little bit about their history, a little bit about their origins. But it's time to get scary. We've got the ghosts. And although Big Blue's Han is over before you know it, it's not always that way. I mean, the balcony star at the top. Oh, JJ going for the double jump, clips through the fence. Very nice. Protoman gonna go ahead and take out the Big Boo on top first. Got a little bit of a flippity flop, as they say in the tech world, going on here. But JJ nicely done with the bouquet star. Ooh, big jump dive to take out the Boo, and Protoman. Classic textbook kill on the Boo. He makes it look easy. And honestly, it is easy. So everything is checking out there. Well, we'll see what JJ's got in store for us, if he'll go for the a little bit more advanced strats where you use a long jump to do some damage as opposed to 2 punches. Or sorry, a ground pound and a punch. But also going for the ground pound and a punch and a really wide long jump. I didn't even think he hit the Boo, but it's all good. And so JJ grabbing that star, fading out at 16:07, and Protoman right behind him, fading out at 16:11. So again, both players gaining on each other. But the prologue is over. You know, the plot has been established. We understand what's going on. We're trying to save the princess. We're getting stars. And it's time to get a little dirty. You know, the main hero, the protagonist, has some work to do. They have some journeys to overcome. Perhaps some personal problems that they could be working through. And this is sort of the transformative section of the game. We're in the basement. You grab MIPS. It's all lovely. You know, the lighting is great. You got the lava. I don't really get how that works, but the lava is just taped to the wall, I guess. And you jump into a wall, but it's not a wall. It is, in fact, a level, and it is shifting sand. One of the scariest and sandiest places that you will find in the castle. JJ going for the pillarless, very standard, nothing fancy. Protoman with a medium bomb, not in the right position, and going to have to throw that away as JJ gets it going. And in the hole he goes, but Protoman, a wise fellow, knows that it is faster to back up. Oh, he's sliding around, but he's good. Okay, missing the star, dilly-dallying a bit, and right away, we're seeing some sweat droplets come off of Protoman's forehead and flopping onto the controller. A little bit of a splash, like a pss, all over the controller. Hopefully he has a rag or something he can wipe it down with for the second try at pillarless. He's got the big bomb. Wow, he goes really far to the left on that hill. But following in JJ's footsteps, keeping it big, you know, sticking to the formula. We see a lot of Tama pluses. We see a lot of what we just saw from Protoman, except the earlier jump on the slope. But at the end of the day, what Protoman and JJ are about, as you can tell, is they're very much about the consistency. And you can't really argue with consistency unless it's costing you a significant amount of time. And there's a couple strats that we've seen that are very consistent, you know, Owlful. But it really depends on what you're playing against. But I'm definitely supporting their decision of strat choices so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing. JJ now running away with it a little bit here in Lethal Lava Land. Again, nothing huge. About 10 seconds, but having to go for the ground pound from JJ. That is about a second loss. Protoman opting to go for the reds first, get the easy stuff done. You know, it's all fine and dandy. You want to get a little bit comfortable, get a little bit warmed up. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think you'd have to get warmed up, though, when you're surrounded by lava, but it's still unclear to me whether or not Mario's human and JJ getting a little warmed up. A flame biting his hiney, but getting that ledge grab, skip, but burning again. And now he actually is in a weird spot because he cannot do lava boost. He has to get a lot of coins, so yeah, he's going to pick up a couple coins. Oh, okay. And JJ crumbling. The heat is getting to this man. It appears that he may be having a heat stroke, grabbing a pole from the bottom. Oh my goodness. That volcano star was a journey. Protoman going to take that right to the bank. You know, depositing it into his account. And the accountant is more than happy to offer this transaction. Ooh, okay, Protoman bringing out some advanced strategy. I was not expecting that. JJ not getting the ledge grab skip, and Lethal Lava Land really getting to him, and this is why I say the basement is so spicy. It's like a jalapeno pepper. Oh, JJ now with the lava boost, and it's looking good. Got his boosts. Going for the standard triple jump dive. Very nice stuff. And it seems as though we're regaining consciousness. Players sort of awakening. I could be wrong though. I don't know. JJ, little unhinged out here in Lethal Lava Land. He's looking great in Shifting Sandland. Protoman, ooh, okay, very modest double ground pound. Taking out that big bully before he even has a chance. It's hard to say who's the bully. You know? I wouldn't really call Protoman a bully, though. He's just taking care of business, sort of a self-defense thing. The bullies are definitely going after his goods. So, gotta do what you gotta do. Understandable. Not a big deal. But here we are. Protoman now having to deal with the volcano. They're sort of, once again, flip-flopping. It's always interesting to see the order that players do their stars, because I think it says a lot about how they view the game. Because clearly... Very nice boost from Protoman. Very basic. Going for the triple jump. Very safe stuff. Consistent. But every player sort of has their own methodology. You know, you'll see the players who want to get the hard stuff done first. You'll see players who want to get the easy stuff done first. And I think it's beautiful. I think they're both good. If it works for you, then that is, hey, more power to you. But let's see how JJ approaches these three bullies. He could pick up some time on Protoman and gets the triple. Oh, baby, a triple. And now, I didn't know this for the longest time, and it's hard to explain now that it's over, but when you side flip to ground pound that big bully raining from the sky, if you ground pound right at the peak of your side flip, he will do, I think, either 1 or 2 bounces and then fall into the lava. But if you are just slightly too low, he'll do 3 bounces, I believe. 2 or 3. So you can save a bounce, and JJ saved a bounce by side flipping at the peak, or ground pounding at the peak of his side, and Protoman did not. Got to pay attention to those little details. I didn't know that when Cheese let me know. He was watching me play. He's like, man, you got to get good at the game. And I was like, oh. Okay. The Commentator going off the rails just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and get the train conductor. I see him in the distance grabbing his rope. We're going to go ahead and rope ourselves back in to what's going on right now. And what is going on right now? Well, I'll tell you. We are swimming. We're stroking. Looks like a breaststroke. Protoman going very high, but opening the chest, but going behind it. Now JJ actually it appears that JJ is maybe in a better spot, but Protoman clearly having a lead after the basement and pretty impressive stuff. You know, shoutouts to Protoman. He came into basement and right away, Pitiless is giving him some trouble, and it's so easy to get rattled and be like, oh man, this is no good. This is bad news. Oh, what am I doing? And then you sort of, you know, melt. But Protoman not melting. Got out of the microwave, got out of the kitchen, jumped into the freezer. He's chill. He's chill. JJ, I would say he's not in the microwave. Just standing in the kitchen, thinking about what he wants to eat. Might want to eat some pasta or get some pace. Get his pace on point. Some pace salsa. Again, commentator, not really sure what he's talking about. Sort of seems like he might not be all there mentally. May need to check a psychiatric ward here and perhaps get himself checked out. But, oh, okay. Protoman jumping right into Fire C, wanting to get business taken care of. Big long jumps. Here we go. Can he get a lava boost early alleys? JJ wanted to take care of the Manta first, so here we are, Fire C, the turning point of pretty much, I think, every category. It's so huge, but it really feels like 70 might be one of the biggest. The Protoman is looking so good for this lava boost and effortless long jumping, making it look simple. I mean, this man's got it all. He's got the consistent strats, and when he needs to, he can be fast. Oh, but he's a little bit too far down and hitting the shocker ball. So this is big news. Breaking news, I'd argue, making headlines around the world. Mainstream media picking up this story of Protoman getting the lava boost. And JJ, I think, just missed a red. Yeah, he just missed a red. So JJ is not making lava boost early alleys. He might be able to make early alleys. He's looking. This is actually a really good backup from JJ. He should be able to make early alleys, but that is some time lost. And Protoman widening this gap as we move upstairs. Not a bad spot to be in, but there's a lot left. I mean, come on. This is only halfway through. Protoman showing off his Bowser in the Fire C strats. Scares me every time. Jumps right into the lava. Wants to get a taste, but a missed Bowser throw from Protoman5. Oh my goodness, that is quite a bit of time lost, and Protoman backflipping into oblivion. Cannot be happy about that. JJ burning his hiney. Cannot give Mario a break. Might need to get some briefs. Some fire-resistant briefs. Get some lapis. Go to an enchanting table and, you know, throw his trousers in the thing. Don't really know what anything's called. Commentator trying to make a see if anybody picks up on that one. Surely they will. But at the end of the day, I think they evened out here in Fire C. I mean, Protoman got the lava boost early alleys with a decent ending, and JJ got just early alleys with a okay ending. But Protoman missed the throw, which is kind of big. We'll see after Protoman grabs the star. It's looking quite close. It does appear though that Protoman is still rocking himself a slight lead. But I think he lost him some time. Let's see. Protoman fading out at 26:46, and JJ fading out at 26:52. So, 6-second lead. Could have been about 20-something. It was not for the missed throw, but it'll make things interesting as we go upstairs. I mean, so far, these players are pretty much on the same wavelength when it comes to strats. We've seen a couple differences. And obviously, they like to take their level routing in different directions. But in general, you know, both players, same headspace, same kind of motives. Okay, Protoman, I wonder if that's what he always does. Oh, going for the ground pound, bringing us back to simpler times. Let's go, Protoman, and a kick to spice it up just a little bit. JJ opting for the double box punches. Protoman, I don't actually know the stats on the ground pound, but I just have a feeling that it's not too fast. But it's not like game breaking. Obviously, Protoman's still holding the lead, but dropping a coin, he cannot miss any more coins for the rest of the 100. Pressure is on now. Okay. And JJ looking confused as we work through Wet Dry World. Trying to unlock the secrets. Protoman! Again, he just busts out into these hardcore parkour sessions. It's a late fad. Oh, and he has to get this coin. And now look at this, JJ right on his tail, breathing down his neck, whispering sweet nothings. I'm coming. I'm gonna come and get you. JJ, fearless. Instilling fear into those who oppose him. Right on his back, Protoman. Only seconds ahead now. Was holding a hot 6-second lead, but now it's about 3. JJ picking up a fair amount of time in that 100, despite a couple of strange mistakes. But Protoman one-upping with the one-upping of mistakes there. But there's so much left here in Wet Dry World, although mostly a dry world. We do have a nice little puddle here at the bottom, but we will probably not be seeing any water level going up. Both players gonna go ahead and skip the triple jump wall kick. A pretty advanced strat, requires a lot of time, dedication to get it down. Protoman playing it very safe, and JJ as well. Both of them side flipping onto the elevator before they start their wall kicks. Do not want any risk of missing out there, keeping it very safe. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Both about even there. Whatever that's called, elevator star. Okay, and wow, in the exact same style. You know, we saw some different stuff in Lethal Lava Land. Exact same page of the book, the script. The book, the metaphorical book. There's not a, and so, well, the so Mario's being played on the screen, and we're going to the top of the town. The water is a little bit raised. That poor Skeeter, man. He's like, he's getting used to the raised water level. He's coming up to say hello and immediately just gets stomped on. But Mario, merciless, man, just wants to get that cake, if you know what I'm saying. Some might call it a booty cake. I don't know. We don't really get to see it. We just hear about it. So, you know, sometimes seeing it ruins the surprise, right? It ruins the mystery, if you. It's almost better to play on the human imagination. So we can only imagine what's going on behind those closed castle doors after a fight with Bowser. But here we are in Secrets. Rock Chalk 19 hosting with 18. And Protoman looking great. He's got the triple jump dive. JJ right behind him, though. Not going to let up on the gas. And Protoman missing the clip into the island. JJ, oh my goodness, Protoman falling apart in the tiny island and getting his booty burned. And now JJ has got himself quite a lead out here, folks. My goodness, Protoman is falling apart. JJ, very nice secrets. Protomans were so good, and then he missed the clip and he just lost his mind. And I don't think he's found it yet. He's still searching. But my goodness. That was, I mean, that's secrets for you in a nutshell. It's like, it's such a tiny island that you slip and you just fall down. Like the big island, there's enough room where you can sort of be out in outer space, and you're good. You won't have any, too much problems. But wow, Protoman losing a fair amount of time there. JJ with let's see. Oh, Protoman getting dusty. It's like a 15-second lead, maybe? JJ here. Take out some piranha plants, and yeah, about 15 seconds. 16. JJ not even giving these piranha plants a chance. Honestly, some of the weakest enemies in the game. We did recently see, though, they got the best of Benny. We saw Benny get knocked off by the piranha plant into the water, the infamous. I've only seen it done by Caleb before. The famous Caleb Hart clip. I don't know. Okay, never mind. I wasn't sure if Protoman was going to grab that star, but Commentator, doesn't actually know what he's talking about. Has never really played. Sort of talking out his arse, as they might say. And JJ talking to a man with a mushroom for a head. Probably not the kind of people you want to be talking to, but no fear from Mario. I mean, everything he does pretty much does damage, so I wouldn't be scared either if you can just basically murder somebody just by moving around them. I don't imagine we'll be seeing any log wall kicks. JJ going for the log, and now the log can actually be kind of scary. And JJ not enough height, just a little bit too low and not able to roll out on top. Oh, okay. See, he recognized at that time. He did the extra kick. And Protoman going for the log wall kick. This is saving him so much time. JJ fading out at 33-34 and Protoman grabbing the star at... Wow. Protoman catching up quite a bit, about 5 seconds. Maybe a little more there. And Tall Mountain, another one of those stages where it's just a lot. It can be a lot of damage. Oh, that's a lot of damage. JJ getting popped by the fly guy. I think he did that last time too. This fly guy perhaps being bribed by Protoman. Nowhere to be found on Protoman's screen. But Protoman not making the log wall kick connect, and that might hurt just a little bit more. Going for these Reds as backup. JJ getting to the top of that mountain, grabbing that star. Now Reds, a very infamous star here in Tall Mountain. We've seen a lot of Mario meltdowns. Probably where you see the most meltdowns. But Protoman, again, like I said earlier, he's in the freezer. He's chilling. He peeked his head out for a moment there in Tiny Huge Island to put his head into the oven. But now he's back. He's back in the freezer dealing with the burn. And it's looking pretty good. JJ, very calculated with the angles, but not calculated with the timing, and this is how it starts. This is how the Mario Meltdown starts. It gets very uncomfortable, but JJ looks very calm, cool, collected, although a balk, and really taking his time with those Reds. Protoman getting the log wall kick, and now going to the top of the mountain, and at this point, they've done the same stars. Protoman only seconds behind JJ, 4 seconds. Protoman gaining so much here in Tall Mountain. Wow. JJ he's slipping a bit. The mountain is a little tall, and I don't blame him. You know, it's scary. It is tall. So it's like but we'll be out soon, blasting off to the Lonely Shroom, getting that star taken care of so beautifully. Usually not a problem. We do see a couple misses here and there, but not for players of this caliber. I mean, come on, folks. You think these are some toddlers? These are some boppers, and none of them going to go for breezeless. I like it. Hopefully Protoman doesn't get grabbed. I've seen some... It's funny when you go for that strat. Either you can go too far, too quick, and you get grabbed by the Chuckya, or if you go too slow, then you will just clip through the fence. It's actually, there's a lot to it going on behind the scenes that you might not be aware of, but both players, again, dealing with it masterfully. And now it is time for some Snowman's Land lovin' action. My favorite kind of thing. Now, although it is a cool level, it's not quite like Cool Mountain. It's not so chill. JJ making quick work of Snowman's head, but Protoman deciding to... This is sort of his MO. Although in Wet Dry World he went for the 100 right away. It tends to be... Protoman likes to get the easy stuff out. And here we go. Got the deep freeze out of the way. Now taking care of the bully. 2 stars to sort of get his sea legs, his snow legs, snowshoes on. Getting used to the environment. JJ, oh my goodness. Beautiful execution on these first 2 stars, making Snowman look like a piece of cake. And Whirl from the Freezing Pond, making it look like a piece of pie. I don't know what he's doing with all these desserts, but, I mean, I'll eat them. If there's leftovers, I would be more than happy to take a bite. And Protoman, keeping it simple. You know, sometimes the basics are what you need. Honestly, especially in a race environment, it's like, at the end of the day, who can keep their diaper the least packed? And right now, Protoman's, I mean, I don't see a lot in his diaper. It looks like it's pretty clean for the most part. Okay, never mind. Little spurt there coming out from Protoman, missing the ground pound. That's a tough one. JJ now taking care of the easy, and we will not be seeing a Snowman's Land Reds from either of these players. As they wrap it up, we will be going to Hazy Maze Cave and JJ all wrapped up, as well as Protoman. Moving on to the basement. Protoman right on JJ's heel still. Okay, JJ forgetting how the basement is laid out, going for those super optimal lines along the wall, but not paying off, taking a big, but Protoman, floundering, trying to capture the bunny, and actually trying to outplay the bunny, going the other way, a little bit of hide and seek, finally grabbing him, but that's going to cost him some time. JJ looking pretty cozy as we head over to the Hazy Maze Cave. Protoman already in a haze, it appears. My goodness. Both of them making a smart decision of taking care of Toad first. You know, we will not be exiting via castle. We will be going into the level and quitting out to get back up. That is the fastest castle movement. Triple jump box for JJ. And it's no problem. Not even close. One of the hardest stars in Hazy Maze Cave, 70 star. I would say it's the hardest star. But both of them. I know I say it a lot, but it ain't no thing but a chicken wang. And I know at the beginning I was saying, I don't know if this will be a Blazing Wing type match, but I would argue that this is about a Blazing Wing type of match. I mean, the lead has been back and forth multiple times. It's like they're playing a game of ping pong where the ball is the lead and the paddle is their mistakes or successes. You know, commentators dig in deep for analogies. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But they're always fun to sort of maneuver and see where we can go with it. But I see that we're going back into this goop. I never really explain what that is, you know? I mean, yes, everything sort of waves as you enter it, but what's really going on with the cave? It's like mercury. It's like a big puddle of mercury you're just jumping into. But no fear from Mario. Although you have to argue the ethical or moralities of, is it Mario or is it the player? Who's really the one doing the damage? If you drop the penguin off the edge of the flat earth in Kukul Mountain, is Mario the madman, or is it the man playing the Mario? I mean, these are things probably not worth pondering on, but commentator bringing them up anyway. But JJ wrapping it up with Rolling Rocks, and Protoman will be going for Christmas Miracle. And it is not Christmas today. Protoman must not have set the cookies and the milk tray out for Mr. Claus to come and take a munch on. So not going to be plopping down a gift on his beautiful face. JJ. All good. Getting, you know, despite everything that has happened, he has kept it going. I mean, I don't really know because they were pretty close going into basement, right? Protoman messed up MIPS. I didn't think it cost him that much time. But the Christmas Miracle, I guess it adds up. JJ holding, it's like a 15-second lead. Maybe a little bit more as we enter Rainbow Ride. But, man, we've seen so many crazy things happen in Tippy. And JJ getting the bounce. Okay, climbing to the top of the pole. Protoman up to bat now. JJ with the 8. Pure ecstasy. Lakitu bounce. It looks so good. It feels good. It's how you want to start your Rainbow Ride. JJ making moves, but Protoman as well. Making some plays happen. And also going for the top of the pole. Nicely done. Both of them getting it right out of the way. JJ gonna have to readjust, but I'm not happy with that angle. Taking some fall damage. A little uncomfortable. Where are we going? It is swinging. Can he make it? Okay, he's good. All right. JJ making moves now. We'll have to go for this triple jump off of the flame spitter. It's no problem. Protoman gonna opt for reds instead. We'll see what he is packing. Looking good so far. Can he get the dive? Oh, it just looks so nice. The dive and, slide backwards. One of the most beautiful looking things. One of my personal favorites. All right, JJ again here for tricky triangles, but it's not good in the wall. He can't get him up there, and now he's in a very uncomfortable position. He has no start again. He has to take this pole up, and now Protoman in a position to take the lead back as JJ contemplates what is going on. Crawling up this pole, perhaps getting ideas of other things he could do with the pole. Might have to abandon Mario, We'll see. Commentator going somewhere he probably doesn't want to go, But we're going to go ahead and dismiss that. Protoman does, in fact, have the lead here tonight, folks. And Rainbow Ride killing it right now. JJ really struggling with these triangles. And it's not even the triangles that are tricking him. It's the dough blocks. This, the ledge grab from the, I don't even know what you want to call it. It's like the fenced area around the pole, the gated community. Okay, Protoman very carefully calculating his angle, and JJ opting to go to the right side. I think that's the right move. It just seems like sometimes what happens in speedrunning is you know something for so long, and you have it down, and you're like, all right, it's good, I got it, it's all good. And sometimes you just magically forget, it just disappears. You're just like, oh, what happened? That same sort of thing happens, I've witnessed it in speeches. Sometimes you prepare a speech, you've got it all prepared, and you know what you're going to say, and then you hit a point in the speech where you're like, wait, what do I say now? And it's sort of the same thing going on. JJ not sure what to say, lost for words, out of breath as we sprint towards the finish line. Protoman, slight hiccup at the beginning of the 100, but it's all good. JJ opting actually for get a hand. I wonder if that was the plan. I didn't actually see him enter. Too busy talking about speeches. Oop. Okay, a little ledge grab from Protoman. Not a big deal. And working through this 100 quite nicely. One of the... Oh, just as I say it! Just as I say it. There is a... Okay, he's got the extra red. It's all good. I'm getting word that the mic quality is not good. I'm wondering if... I hope I'm using the right mic. It would be awful if I was not. Commentator self-conscious about his mic quality. Don't really know what happened. Blue Yeti, but it appears that it's just not happening. Protoman wanting to get past this thwomp. Not even wanting to stomp on the thwomp, just wanting to simply step on the thwomp, but the thwomp giving him a bit of a thwomping. Yeah, I could I could turn it down a little bit. We'll see if it's good right now. Only doing it right at the end. I just opened the chat just to see what's going on. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing good. Okay. Protoman going for these reds. Interesting stuff. Reds, typically one of the last stars that we see done in TikTok clock, but Protoman is not a man that follows the rules. He makes, he's sort of in his own place. And it's working for him. Now, of course, this is one race, and whoever wins gets the majority of the points, but there are still points to be gotten, so every second counts. And I do believe Protoman is still holding a slight lead, but one slip up and it could be back in JJ's favor. And the simp down's coming in. The stocks are indeed crashing. Commentator actually having a psychotic attack. Psychosis is engaging in full force. A lot of things coming down and life pretty much going down. I don't know if the simp down really does it justice. Commentator a little bit too interested in his stocks, though. Protoman not getting the wall kicks, and he can't get the ledge grab. Precious time. The pendulum is ticking away, and it's just adding more to the pressure of what is going on here. JJ gaining both at 67 stars. They do have different stars to do, yes, but JJ right on his tail. Still anybody's game. I mean, back and forth and back and forth. Ping pong, people. The paddles are out, and they are slapping that ball around. Both are going into the cage. So nice. No problems there. But Tuck Clock giving a little bit of trouble to these players. It's not the end of the world. It's just the beginning. But both of them with a time stop start. JJ with red coins and Protoman with moving bars. Now, JJ actually appears to have swiped the lead from Protoman, and Protoman misses. JJ is going to be taking it home as Protoman having a seizure trying to get the triple jump wall kick going. And there it is. But, oh no! So, and taking fall damage. No dive rollout either. Proto could not keep it together. The diaper. Oh, what is this? God. Commentator getting a Windows notification as oh my goodness. The pole trying to give Protoman 1 life, but I don't think another life is going to help. I mean, it is tragic out here and not in the hole. Protoman making every mistake he could possibly make, trying to get this start. Finally getting it, but is it too little too late? Oh my. Protoman. JJ now running away with it if he is able to keep his head on straight. Very safe triple jump wall kick strats. Getting the exact angle that he wants, not messing around, not trying to go too fast. And Protoman having some fun on these stairs. Triple jump, Protoman, what are you doing? Getting on up here, trying to make some moves happen. Now triple jump wall kick is on deck for JJ. This could be all punch setup. Triple jump, he is up there. And now the only thing between JJ and the W is some Bowser throw. Protoman might just be looking at an L here. So close, but the time jumps on the moving bars. Still in his head. Trying to get back up on these elevators. Now he does still have, I mean, every 10 seconds is another point down the drain, so Protoman's got to move. All right, and that's 1 throw for JJ. 2 more to go. There we go. And that's looking good as well. 1 more throw for this man. Protoman taking the ball. JJ winding up, and that is 3 clean throws. The man's PB is a 50.05, and landing himself a high 50, just showing the power of that consistency, keeping it so close. Protoman not able to get this triple jump wall kick. Slightly a Mario meltdown, boiling water, his flesh dripping off of his face as JJ takes the W, but time continues to tick. There are still points to be made. Protoman finally finding his way to the pipe. Needs these throws, needs these points. And a little ledge grab going into the pipe. JJ flying away. He's got the wing cap. Looking so good. Got to be feeling good after that one. And that is a first throw for Protoman. Winding up now for round 2. It's good. And 1 more for Protoman. Winding it up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Protoman winding up. And a 3rd throw. Going to take home a low 52. And we'll be getting these players in here for a little interview action. See what they thought. Get some insights. And yeah. GG's. GG's. And we do have a couple minutes. We'll see what we can do. Pick the brain a little bit. We've got JJ and we've got Protoman. Congratulations, JJ, on the W, sir.
Thank you.
That was a close one. A lot of back and forth. That was a good race.
That was so fun.
I was about to say that. It was so much fun. I was really about to say that.
Like 68 stars were like close. Like within like 15 seconds the whole time.
I know.
Yeah, but those time jumps on moving bars, What happened?
I don't know. I that's like one of my favorite stars. I've like got the movement down, I thought, and I was like, oh, this is all I got left, and then it's off to bits, and oh, it just dominoed. Disaster.
Dominoes. Indeed, the dominoes fell, and we are not talking about pizza, unfortunately. No garlic butter today, but still an amazing race to watch. And man, I love that you guys are so much about the consistency. You're willing to sacrifice some strats to have a consistent time.
That's all that matters in races, consistency. And you and I kept it up for all the way to Tippy, because I choked Raver Ryan and you choked in TTC.
Yeah, dude, crazy. It's so awesome.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth and back and forth. Super fun to commentate. Is there any final words you guys have before we transition on?
I'll see you in the brackets, Proto.
Yeah, man, it'll be awesome. See ya.
And the
Good job
sportsmanship.
commentating, guys.
Thank you. It was a absolute pleasure. Well, up next, we've got Paracusia of Blue Esports versus Punkation in the 70-star league, and that will be solo commentated by the man himself, Rock Chalk 19. I would love to join him. I do have some things still getting, settled in here on the other side of the world. But thank you guys for watching, and don't go anywhere because it's right up 4 p.m. Hold on, I'm saying 4 p.m. my time. What time is this? 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, I think. In 5 minutes. That's easier to say. Well, I'll catch you guys around. Thank you so much for watching as always, and have a wonderful night.